mess ups because he's already prepared for what I might do. He knows what I'm going to do before I do it, and he already made preparation for me before I get there. What follows darkness is light. That darkness is the indicator that light is getting ready to shine. So there it is in Genesis, when darkness was upon the face of the deep, and God in the spirit form moved upon the face of the waters, and then God said, let there be. Because darkness precedes the light. Are you understanding what I'm saying? But he needs the darkness there so that God can move upon the face of the deep, so that the shift can take place. Let's look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor that shift take place in the darkness. Oh, y'all didn't hear what I just said. Everybody's not going to see the shift that's happening. They see the chaos, but they don't see the shift. They see all the craziness going on in your life, but they don't understand that underneath the darkness, God is moving in secret. He's moving in quiet. He's moving in the hidden places. He's moving in the cracks and the corners and the crevices. He's moving in places that you cannot see. And when the light comes, they're going to see a new order. But untying. And so the universe then has no choice. First attribute of the secret place. The secret place is a place of revelation. It makes you free because it awakens you and makes you consciously aware that everything that you thought was holding you is an illusion. Good morning. jumped on a little bit late. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Those of you that are joining me, thank you for joining me for this morning's empowerment session. It's going to be a good one. I promise you, today is going to be good. Good conversation. And it's going to be very empowering. I know that it will. It will impact your life positively in a great way. Thank you for the few of you that have jumped on with me already. I know it's been a minute since we came on, but I'm here today and I'm excited about being able to share with all of you. If you will please follow Toya's lead, my good friend Toya Coffee, and just tag and share this broadcast with as many people as you possibly can. And then, afterwards, save the link. And you can also send it out in a messenger or send it out in a text message for those of you who might be tuning in on YouTube Live, and share it with other people, or chop it up into little bits and pieces and put it on your Instagram, or put it on your TikTok, or on your Snapchat, or however you see fit. There is no reservations to using any of the information that you see here. You won't see an all rights reserved and all of that. And then it's about sharing the information with as many people as we possibly can. So feel free to do so. But please, right now, everybody tag and share. If everybody will tag and share at least 5 or 6 people, then I think we might be able to build a little bit bigger audience for this conversation today. And again, like I said, it is going to be a very good one. I'm excited to have this conversation with you. I feel enthused, invigorated to be able to come back and to share with you today. So thank you for joining me this morning. Okay, so today's topic. Okay. iPad trying to do some crazy things on me, but it's okay. We got it. Today's topic, we're going to talk about purpose, passion, and possibilities. Purpose, passion, and possibilities. Purpose, passion, and possibilities. And if you will, this is could come under the heading of how to experience your best life at all times. How you experience your best life at all times. I'm, always fascinated by some of the posts that I see coming on Facebook by different ones when they're on vacation in various exotic tropical places, at the ocean, at the beach, or over in the islands, or in Mexico, or in Greece, or in other parts of the world visiting. And all of those things are wonderful. And they caption it, living my best life. And show the pictures of the beauty and the majesty and all the glitz and glamour and fun and joyous and happy experiences that they're having in these various places, or doing these various things. And then inevitably, as the trip winds down and begins to approach the end, there's always the caption, well, back to reality, back to the grindstone, or back to whatever, city or place that they're from, as though it is a decline, or the humdrum, it is a decline, it is a decrease. They've been decreased by the idea that they have to return to a life that they clearly are not enjoying, or they don't find pleasing. And it strikes me because, ladies and gentlemen, living our best life should not be tied or tethered to an event or events that take place in our life. That when we are experiencing the bliss of travel and exploration and adventure in various places with people, meeting new people, new cultures, new environments, that's not the only or the ultimate in living your best life. The truth is that you can live your best life every single day. Every single day, every minute, every moment of every single day that you are living on this planet. That you have not only the right, but the ability and the capacity to live your best life every single moment that you are on this planet. That's true liberty and true freedom. That is the ultimate goal of coming in contact with our authentic self and embracing who we really are and beginning to formulate and solidify what is our truth, because it is um, not someone else's truth that makes you free. It is the truth that is your truth. That truth that has emerged from your own soul and is the substratum of your being. That truth makes you free. And when you live in that truth, when you live in every moment of that truth, it frees you, liberates you to begin to experience and express life in its highest and best forms. That you are able to be the highest and best version of yourself because you are living in your authentic truth, because you have discovered purpose, passion, and possibilities. That's the conversation this morning. So let's have the conversation. Let's talk a little bit about what these three things are and how they serve us. And I hope that this conversation is going to have such an impact. That's the intent. The goal behind this is that it will have such an impact on you. It will completely shift your perception and perspective of people, places, and things, and arm you with the tools necessary for you to create the kind of world or reality that you want to live in, a world that best serves you, that allows you to be your highest and best self. That's the goal behind this conversation. This is not a religious trick. It's not a gimmick or an abracadabra or a hocus pocus. This is about giving you the tools to be able to transform your life yourself. Because can I tell you this? Can I tell you this? There is no one coming to rescue you. Let me say that again. Oh my goodness. I'm going to try not to go off on a tangent because I want to dig into these three things here. But I need you to understand there is no one coming to rescue you. Jesus is not going to fix it. The angels are not going to fight for you. Nobody's fighting your battles. Nobody's winning your wars, because there's no war to be won or no battle to be fought. You are already victorious. The only defeat that you experience is the one that you contemplate and create within your own mind. Well, how you have been taught to perceive the world, how you have been taught to show up in the world is as a victim, that life is somehow happening to you, that you are helpless and defenseless, and that you are just now matriculating through this three-dimensional plane of existence, the unwitting and unwilling victim of the situations, circumstances, and encounters of life. But nothing could be further from the truth. You are nobody's victim. I've said this 100 million times, but it bears repeating today. You are nobody's victim. You are not helpless. You are not a dependent. You're not crippled. You're not disabled, but you are the divine expression of the all of everything. You are the divine representation and animated expression of God itself in three-dimensional form. You are an individuation of the collective consciousness of God in one, encased in that body that you call, that form that you call your body, and you are equipped and empowered with all the resources of divinity so that you are able to create the reality in which you desire to exist. You live within the matrix of the reality that you create, ladies and gentlemen. So today is about giving you some other tools that you can use in order to create that reality. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You see, the entire purpose, and I know I might have shook some people earlier when I said Jesus is not going to fix it, angels are not going to come and fight for you, and all of these other things, because those are all misinterpretations of an ancient text. And even some of those texts are in error because those men were giving their own accounts of experiences that they had in the earth and with God from their perspective, using the limited vocabulary and verbiage of their day. But ladies and gentlemen, please understand the entire purpose behind Jesus's existence on the earth was primarily to give us a clear, visible demonstration of how you live as a God in human form. How you present yourself as God in the flesh. How you can be both divine and human at the same time. How you can navigate this three-dimensional plane with all of the power, all of the presence, all of the knowledge, the wisdom, all of the capacity of the universe at your disposal, all the fullness of the Spirit and the Godhead bodily within you, while navigating through this world and with humanity, while in this flesh suit. That was his purpose. That was his ultimate goal, to show us that it can be done and how it's done. That was the goal of Muhammad. It was the goal of Jesus. It was the goal of Buddha. It was the goal of Krishna. It was the goal of Tao. All of these divine iterations of the same being that is God, showing us and giving us living examples, living, animated human examples of what it means to be a spirit being human. Are you understanding what I'm saying? And so that makes us not a victim, but victors and overcomers and creators and God in the flesh. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So I want to empower, encourage, and impact you this morning with these three things: with purpose, passion, and possibilities. I was out this morning walking early this morning, went out for a good walk just to try and get some steps in and get some exercise done. Trying to do the healthy thing and all of that, but also to commune with nature, to be quiet for a while, and to really focus in and listen to my soul speak to me, listen to the Spirit as it emerged within my soul, bringing light, illumination, understanding, revelation, insight. And as I was walking, these three things began to really resonate within my spirit as I was having conversation with God, looking inward to my innermost being. And that was these three things: purpose, passion, and possibilities. Purpose, passion, and possibilities. So let's dig in. Well, let's first deal with that first word, purpose. And I put them in that succinct order because of how they tie together. These are all interconnected with each other, and each of them facilitate the other. But I want to start with purpose, because purpose is the main thing, ladies and gentlemen, that most of us in this form as humans really lack. We lack an understanding or an awareness of purpose. Purpose is our reason for being. Let me say it again. That purpose is the why to the what. Purpose is our reason for being. It's your calling. Every person that enters this three-dimensional plane, every person that is born into this earth and takes form or shape, comes here with specific calling attached to their life. And so it is the original intention. It is your reason for being. Purpose is that thing that occupies your thoughts in the morning and then throughout the day. It is the thing that fills your mind as you prepare to go to bed at night. Please understand, ladies and gentlemen, that when I talk about purpose, I am talking about that thing that you may not be fully consciously aware of right now in this moment, but that your soul absolutely knows intuitively and is giving off signals and signs and premonitions and omens all throughout your existence to try and bring to your attention your intention, bring to your attention your intention in being placed in the earth. Let me say that again. It is purpose is that driving force that is within you, that intuitive knowing that is loaded and coded within your soul, that is, even though you may not be consciously aware of it at the moment, the soul is constantly creating possibilities, experiences, and connections and encounters, sending out signals or omens or signs, something to remind you or bring to your attention your original intention in being released into this earth, or you're choosing to come into this earthly plane of consciousness during this iteration of life. That the soul knows what the mind has yet to comprehend. Let me say that again. Your soul knows, my goodness, what the mind has yet to comprehend. It intuitively knows that there is something more, something greater, something bigger, something that so harmonizes, aligns, and resonates with your core that you feel at home when you are in that place and space. And the soul is constantly giving out signals and indicators in visions, in dreams, in experiences, in encounters with people, places, and things to try and bring to your conscious awareness what your reason for being is. And when you find your reason for being, when you find your calling, when you find the thing that you were intended to be in the earth, is the moment that you will begin to breathe. It's the moment you begin to relax. It's the moment that you are able to rest, yes, in that place of purpose, and it doesn't even feel like work anymore. It doesn't feel like a tedious task that you're having to perform, because you are at home doing what you were created to do. You're not drugged into it, kicking and screaming. You're not fighting with it, wrestling with it. When you find it, then you finally come to the place where you're able to just rest. There remains a rest for all of us, for all of humanity, for the children of God. That's all of humanity. That's every being in the planet. That there remains a rest for all of us. And that place of rest and comfort, that place where you find now that you are able to move forward effortlessly, is the place of purpose. When you find out what you were sent here to do and who you really are. And please understand, when I talk about purpose, I am talking about being. Because understand, ladies and gentlemen, that being is far greater than doing. As a matter of fact, being really is what should facilitate doing. Yeah, it's who you are that determines what you do, who you see yourself as, who you believe that you are, who you have accepted, what you have accepted about yourself, your personal truth, who you visualize yourself as, imagine yourself to be. It is what facilitates your choices and decisions and the things that you do. Being. It's about who you are being, and purpose is about understanding and embracing who I am meant to be. Who you are meant to be. What was your original intent? What was your reason for choosing to enter this three-dimensional form in this iteration of life? Purpose is so strong. It is so it is such the overriding force of our existence in this earth, is that it gnaws at us and sends off these signals all throughout our entire life. How many of you can relate to the fact that right now you find yourself doing various things in life? Maybe you're working a job or in a career or started a business even. Maybe you are a part of a particular club or a social gathering or a religious group. Maybe you are living in a specific place or in a neighborhood or in a town or connected to a certain group, but deep within you, unspoken to the world, is that gnawing irritants that says there's something more. This is not it. This isn't it. This is just not it. This is not what I'm okay here. It's not that I'm doing bad, not that things are terrible, not that I'm experiencing anything that is negative or adverse. It's just that something deep within me is saying, There's something else. There's something more. There's another place. There's another thing. There's another circle. There's another experience that I should be having, that I should be in a different place than where I am. Something down within you that you can't always put your finger on. You can't always articulate, that you can't always put out into verbal expression, but you can feel it deep within your soul, that intuitive knowing, that nagging feeling that I'm intended for something more than what I'm doing right now. It's a discomfort, a disquietedness of the soul that's like, okay, this has become mundane. It's become monotonous. I'm just kind of going through the motions, but not feeling fulfilled. I'm not experiencing the fulfillment that comes from doing that which I know that I am meant and called to do. And so that, ladies and gentlemen, what you are sensing is purpose pushing up against your conscious awareness, trying to bring you to a conscious state, to awaken you to who you really are. How much time of our life, how many of us have wasted months and years of our life being what someone else told us that we should be, how we should act, how we should carry ourselves, being what we thought was acceptable to society, or acceptable in our culture, or acceptable to our family or our environment. How many of us have wasted years of our life being something that we weren't comfortable with, that we weren't at ease with, that it didn't even bring us happiness or joy or peace? It did not ignite a fire within you, but it paid the bills. Y'all not hearing me. It made others happy. It satisfied the desires of the people that were around you, but it didn't impact you positively, and it didn't fulfill you because it's not tied to your purpose. The stepping stone became your building. Are you hearing me? Yes, it was intended to be a stepping stone. A brick, a stone, a step in the path and the journey toward fulfilling the purpose for which you were placed in the earth, and you got stuck on the step and built a house. Lord have mercy. Yeah, you got stuck on the step and started building a house, and you have remained there, yet you still feel deep within you, this is not it. This is all of these exterior forces that keep telling me, but you got it good. And I wish I was you. And I wish I could do what you do. And I wish I had what you have. And I wish I could. And I wish. And you should. And this makes your mama happy. And this makes your brother happy. And this makes, society. And this, sir. And this. And all of these other exterior things. Yet none of them can satisfy this unknowable, understood, unquenchable push that you feel deep within you, that uncomfortableness that says, there's got to be more. There's something else. This is not it. I'm not. And so you're still holding your breath. Oh, goodness. You are still holding your breath as you walk through the mundane and the monotonous. You're still holding your breath as you fulfill the routine of your life. You're still holding your breath because society told you that in order for you to be successful and have a career, you have to remain in one place for X number of years, and then you get your retirement and draw your pension and get habits, if you made good investments, you're able to draw from those in your 401k, and then you can live the latter portion of your life in bliss, and you can live the latter portion of your life, vacationing and having fun and enjoying life. But the first 20, 30, or 40 years of your life, you have to follow the grind, put your nose to the grindstone and follow the path that everyone else has followed, that is supposedly the one that will lead you to success. When in fact, you can experience ultimate, unlimited, unfettered success at every stage and facet of your life when you understand your reason for being. Because when you are doing what you were designed, created to do in this earth, you are in the middle of success. You have reached the pinnacle and the apex of success. Success is not tied to status. It's not tied to money. It's not tied to fame. It's not tied to acclaim, but it is tied to your place of peace and rest, because you have found yourself doing exactly and being exactly who you were called to be in the earth. It fulfills you. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It fulfills you. It gives you joy and pleasure. You wake up with excitement and enthusiasm, ready to go out and continue the experience of being that which you know you were placed in the earth to be. I often tell people, and I've said this for years, I am at my best. I am my happiest when I am doing, exactly what I'm doing right now. When I am teaching, instructing, preaching, empowering, pouring into others, enlightening, because that's what I know. This one thing I know, and I am absolutely certain of, I was placed in this earth to bring light and life, empowerment, encouragement, and strength to others. I know this to be true. I know it like I know my name. It's like breathing to me. It's like my air. It's like my life, my being. I'm at my best, my happiest, the apex of joy is experience. I am having an orgasmic experience when I'm able to sit here or stand at a pulpit or in a podium or in front of an audience or in a one-on-one conversation and have this kind of experience where I'm able to share light and life and give others the hope and the tools that are necessary for them to fulfill their greatest potential. I know that's what I'm called to do. I've known it for over 40 years. I absolutely, positively know it without a doubt. Throughout those years, I've thought that it was tied and tethered to particular expressions. I thought it was tied to pastoring, tied to evangelism, tied to the prophetic, tied to the apostolic. When I finally came to the understanding that it is who I am being, and I may express it in the pastorate and the apostolic, in the prophetic, in the facilitator or teacher. I might express it in those places, but it is not tied or tethered to any of those, because whether I am in a pulpit or in a podium or sitting in my living room, it does not change who I am. Whether I am pastoring a church or speaking to a gathering of fifth graders in a school auditorium or corporate executives as they sit in a round table in a workshop, or I am presenting principles and patterns and and facts to those who are in a professional setting, regardless of the setting. I am who I am. Are you understanding what I'm saying? And so, I don't need to be called pastor, apostle, prophet, bishop, teacher, doctor, this, that, and that. Man, look, you can call me Isaac, you can call me bro, you can call me bruh, you can call me whatever you want to call me, because who I am is not tied and tethered to a title. It is not tied and tethered to a position. It is who I am at the center of my being. It is the fulfillment of my existence in this iteration of life. And when you begin to discover who you really are, what is your authentic calling? What is your reason for being? What is your purpose? It will completely and totally revolutionize your life. It drastically shifts your perspective and perception, not only of yourself, but of everything around you. And now you begin to move and navigate through life with a completely different outlook and a sense of well-being, gratefulness, gratitude, love, appreciation, and fulfillment, because you are being exactly who you were called to be, and thereby doing exactly what you were called to do. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Yes, I hope so. I hope so. I know I'm going on, and I kind of skipped a bunch of comments. So let me go back and see if what I missed here. Comment purpose. Okay, some of you are just writing phrases I think that resonated with you. Yeah, that's really good. Yes, that's good. Theresa says the job I had was not my purpose, but it did give me the opportunity to speak into people's lives and help me to realize inspiring others was and is a part of my exactly. Exactly. Okay. And please understand, ladies and gentlemen, that if your purpose can be facilitated by a job, by a business, by an opportunity, and purposes definitely create opportunity. We're going to get to that in a little while. Then all the better. If you can find your purpose, and your purpose is able to feed you, supply you, wonderful. That's absolutely fantastic. You can't beat that. As long as you understand that everything else around you, every encounter, every person, place, and thing is designed to facilitate your being, your reason for being. Everything. Let me say it again. Nothing is against you. Everything is for you. And everything is designed to facilitate your reason for being. Everything you encounter, every person, place, or thing that enters your sphere of influence is designed to facilitate your reason for being. Man, I could spend the entire rest of our conversation just talking about purpose, but I want to get on to these other two, and so we can have a full and complete, robust conversation. My glass is fogging up. I'm getting so excited. Okay. Purpose then is accompanied by passion. What is passion? Okay. Passion is the fire. It's that unquenchable, insatiable desire. Passion is the motivation, the drive, the hunger that reduces everything else in your life that's not tied to purpose to just background noise. Let me say that again. Woo, when that emerged from my soul this morning as I was walking, I was midway in my walk, and I heard that so clearly, just ringing in my inner thoughts, and it resonated in my soul. Purpose, Lord have mercy. That it excited me. Passion, rather, is what keeps you. I'm sorry, passion is that motivation, drive, and hunger that that reduces everything in your life that's not tied to purpose to background noise. It is that passion is that motivation, that drive, that fire, that insatiable hunger. Woo! And that pushes you forward and reduces everything else, every other voice, every other appearance, every other encounter in your life that is not tied to your reason for being, to simple background noise. Passion. I'm going to keep going back to purpose. Passion is what keeps you going in the face of adversity. Passion is what causes you, after a million times of trying and what some would term as failure, that you get up and you try again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And I say what some call failure because there is no real failure in life. All what we call failure is an opportunity for growth, for development, for evolution. You now know what doesn't work, and it shortens your search for what does work. You now know what to exclude as you look for what to include in fulfilling the purpose of your life. And passion is what keeps you going under those adverse situations. It's what causes you to keep getting up, trying again and again and again. Passion is the thing that keeps you launching out into it again and again and again, even in the midst or in the face of what many will call failure, or say, well, what you've accomplished is minuscule, it's minor, it doesn't amount to anything, its impact is nothing. Passion is what says, I am going to keep pursuing this, I'm going to keep moving toward this, I'm going to keep going at it, working at it. Passion gives you that grit, that dogged tenacity to grab hold and hold on with the grip that is never loosened, that you never relinquish, that you never let go of, like Jacob, who grabs onto himself when he is said to have wrestled with this man. He was wrestling with his innermost being, but he grabbed on and said, I will not let go until you enlighten me. You bless me. That's what the word bless means. Enlighten me, encourage me, fulfill me. I'm not going to quit until I have reached nirvana. I'm not going to quit until I get to the place of euphoria. I will not quit until I step into the place of being what I was originally intended to be, that I am fulfilling the calling that is attached to my existence in this three-dimensional plane. Passion is what causes you to keep moving forward when family is saying you should quit and this is useless and you're not smart enough, strong enough, you don't have enough money, you're too old, you're too young, you're too fat, you're too tall, you're not cute enough, you don't have the connections, you came from the wrong side of the street, you come from the wrong family, you don't have the resources, you don't have the education. Passion is what causes you to push past all of that and continue to pursue the purpose of your life, your reason for being. My passion serves my purpose. My purpose facilitates my passion. My purpose ignites that passion and sets it on fire with gasoline and causes me to continuously grit my teeth, hunker down, and press forward toward the mark for the prize, which is the high calling that is the purpose of my being. Yes, God, I am forgetting those things which are behind me and reaching for what is in front of me. I refuse to allow what has transpired yesterday, last week, a few months ago, years ago, or the other minute to keep me from pursuing what is in front of me. There is a joy that is set before me. There is a purpose that is set before me. There is a reason for my being that I am still in hot pursuit of fulfilling, that continues to motivate me, to drive me, that causes me to have the grit of my convictions to hold on to the principles, practices, and patterns that are proven within my life to continuously pursue this journey and walk this path to the place of nirvana, euphoria, and fulfillment. Are you understanding what I'm saying to you this morning? Whew. Passion. Okay? Passion. Passion. To passionately pursue purpose. To passionately pursue the fulfillment of the reason for your being. To fervently, doggedly, undeterred by the occurrences of life and evolved enough to be able to recognize that every occurrence that takes place has a reason, is laced with a lesson that is there to aid me in my journey and on my path. If I can just elevate my thought beyond the ego, it hurt me. It made me mad. It got on my nerves. I don't like it. It's sad, but they fighting me. If I can get past that pettiness and elevate my conscious mind to recognize that this is here because it is a present moment, a present moment laced with lessons designed to work for me. Please understand, ladies and gentlemen, it is designed to work together for your good. Let me say it again. It is, it was, it is, and it shall be designed to work together for your good. Everything is for you. Nothing is against you. So allow that mindset now to be melded with your passion, and it will cause you to keep driving forward through the wind, the rain, the storm, the hail, the sleet, the snow, the fire, to keep pressing forward through the heartache, the pain, the disappointment, disgruntledness, uncomfortable feelings, through abandonment, rejection, to keep driving forward through everything that you encounter in this life. That understanding will motivate you and push you forward, and you won't get stuck on the step. You'll keep walking the path until you reach that place of euphoria, the place of purpose. Are you understanding me? Am I getting through this morning? I know I am pretty certain that I am. I'm pretty certain that I am. Because so many of you have still remained on this live. So So it must be resonating with someone. Okay? Are you understanding? Purpose, passion. Here's the third one. Possibilities. Possibilities tied to purpose and passion. Possibilities are the outgrowth or the inevitable outcome of the intersection between purpose and passion. Possibilities is the outgrowth, the inevitable outcome of the intersection of purpose and passion. It's when you passionately pursue your purpose. When purpose and passion meet, it creates infinite, limitless possibilities. You see, when you tie together, when you create a matrix of purpose and passion, allowing them to amalgamate to create a synergy of energy. That energy then begins to take form in possibilities, limitless, infinite, endless possibility. See, as I've said earlier when I was saying that nothing is against you, everything is for you, please understand that when I say that, I mean exactly what I'm saying. That the entire universe and all of nature, along with God itself, are and all of humanity. Well, Lord have mercy. I don't know if you're ready for that piece, but I'm going to throw that in there because you need to get this as well. All of the universe, all of nature, all of God and the Godhead and all of humanity are all conspiring together for you to fulfill your purpose, to work for you, to create an opening, an opportunity, to create a door, a window, a portal for you to pass through in fulfilling your reason for being. Everything is for you. All of nature is for you. All of the universe is for you. All of the stars, the moon, the planet, the Milky Way, the galaxy is for you. All of the Godhead, all of every existing being across the multiverse, throughout existence in every universe is for you. And yes, all of humanity. That's the one that seems like a curveball. All of humanity is for you. No, Isaac, no, bro. I hear you. I was with you till you got to that place. No, there are some people, they are clearly not for me. That's because you keep looking through the eyes of your own ego. You think for you means that they have to do that which is pleasing to you. Oh my goodness. Lord, let me say it again. You are looking through the lens of your own ego. And so you have determined that in order for someone to be for you, they have to do those things that are pleasing to you. But ladies and gentlemen, when you understand that sometimes the catalyst for growth, development, evolution is not pleasurable, then you begin to understand that even those things that arise in an adversarial, from an adversarial perspective, or present themselves as adversarial, are really designed to bring you to the place of growth and development. They put a demand on you to access the infinite possibilities and the infinite capacity and power that is within you. You don't know what you are capable of until you are confronted with an adverse situation that places a demand on something within you that you didn't even know existed. Are you understanding me? There is a depth of soul. Oh, goodness. I said there is a depth of soul, a depth of spirit within you, like the ocean out in the Atlantic or the Pacific. They've never been able to journey all the way to the bottom because the depths are so deep. But every time they reach a new depth in their exploration, they discover life, wildlife in those areas that they have never seen before because they never come up further, close enough to the surface to be seen by those who are living on the surface, but they exist at a deeper level. Ladies and gentlemen, there are powers and abilities and skills and talents that exist in the deeper depths of your soul, in the deepest depths of your spirit. There's a whole new world inside of you. If you will be adventurous enough to explore the innermost depths of your being, and those inner powers, those abilities, those hidden, emerged abilities will emerge from within you as you open the portals and channels that are brought about by facing adverse situations that put a demand on something in you that you were not even consciously aware that was inside of you. You didn't know you could do it till you did it. You didn't know that you knew it till you knew it. You didn't know that you could overcome it till you did. You didn't know that you could win until you did. You're understanding what I'm saying? So every part of humanity, every person that you encounter is for you. If you go through life with that perspective and perception, then you stop being angry and anxious and vengeful and spiteful, and you stop being a victim and insecure and feeling broken and hurt by the behaviors and actions of others, and you start to look for what is it that this is placing a demand on? What has this been designed to bring out of me? How does this elevate me? How does this move me into the next phase of my journey toward the fulfillment of my reason for being? It fuels me. Are you understanding me? So everything is conspiring on your behalf, conspiring and working, interwoven, interconnected together for your good, to bring you to the place of your highest good. Listen to me, as long as you walk in that place of negativity or victimization, why is this happening to me? Why are people treating me this way? Or the other extreme of ego again, they just jealous of me. They wish they could be me because I'm all that and a bag of chips. Then you will constantly vacillate between one calamity to the next one, or superficial shallow connections to another, because you've not understood the full reason behind the encounter. You have not looked for how it was intended to elevate you. You haven't looked for how it was meant to be designed to serve you. And so now it has just become a different card in your deck that you play when you want to try and present yourself a certain way, rather than presenting yourself. You want to be yourself. Let me say it again. You don't want to present yourself a presentation, an imitation, of replication, but you want to be yourself, your authentic, divine God self. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Huh? Are you understanding what I'm saying? And so when you are in hot pursuit, when you are passionately pursuing purpose, and when I say pursuing, I'm not talking about chasing it. I'm talking about you are busy doing it, being it, so you can do it. When you are passionately pursuing purpose, it creates limitless possibilities. Do you understand that as you pursue doing and being what you were designed to do, that others around you see, observe you doing so, and you would be shocked at those that are drawn to that force, that energy, that vibration that you now are releasing of gratefulness, gratitude, love, rejoicing, and happiness and peace. They are drawn to it and are willing to invest in it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Huh? Or as Granny used to say, if you catch on fire, somebody will see you burning. Lord have mercy. If you catch on fire, passion, in fulfilling your purpose, if you are doing that, it will create the possibility somebody will see you burning and want to come warm by your fire, or add gasoline to your fire, or throw another log on the fire and help sustain its burn, expand its burn, and what began as a flicker becomes an inferno. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Because you understand that passion and purpose facilitate and create possibilities. Yes. I see you. Let me hold on. Theresa says, I stopped saying, why is this happening to me? And I now say, what am I to learn from this experience? There you go. That's right. That's right. And Toya asks, is presenting myself the same as wearing a mask to hide the pain of who I thought? Yes, it's wearing a mask. Now, sometimes to hide pain or hurt or unhealed scars, or is wearing a mask to try and be who others have decided that you should be. Through who others, other people, other organizations, other situations and circumstances, other professions have decided this is who you're supposed to be. And so you keep trying to show up with that mask on, presenting yourself as the image of what they have decided they have created of you within their own mind. And here you are trying to live up to their image, to match their image. You've become an actor in somebody else's play. You've become a character in somebody else's movie. You've become a role in somebody else's book. Are you understanding what I'm saying? But when you live in the authenticity of your truest self, when you are living in that space of your own reason for being, and you are pursuing it passionately, then possibilities are opened up. Opportunities follow you, come to you, drawn to you. And you don't have to chase opportunities. Opportunities will come and present themselves to you. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Yes? I know I'm over time. Give me a couple minutes because I want to close it up by saying this. Okay? The overriding theme, this hit me as I was bringing my walk this morning to an end and I was approaching my home.
I stopped mid-walk, mid-stride, stood still as I heard this come careening through my innermost being. I heard so clearly the voice of God from within saying the overriding theme, the umbrella, if you will, for purpose, passion, and possibilities. The only reason for opening this box and releasing this energy or exploring the inner depths of the inner chambers of your soul, the ultimate call on your life is to serve. Let me say this again. Let me say it again. The overriding theme, the umbrella, the whole reasoning behind this purpose, passion, and possibilities. The only reason for opening this box that we've opened today, the only reason for delving into the depths of the inner chambers of the soul and unlocking this information, the ultimate call of your life is to serve. Watch this. Serve. And then I heard God say, serve in two areas, two perspectives. Number one, serve yourself first. And I said, isn't that selfishness? and God said, yes. My eyes got a little big. Yes, it's selfishness. But listen to what he said. I wrote it down. He says, all of your talents that you've been given, abilities, potential, power, capacity, are given to you for the two primary reasons: to serve yourself first, because if you don't take care of you, if you don't take care of your own soul, over time you will find yourself depleted, deflated, and discouraged. Listen, that if you do not serve yourself, if you do not take care of your own soul, your own spirit, if you do not do those things that serve you best first, then over time you will find yourself depleted, deflated, and discouraged. Are you hearing what I'm saying to you? It's like riding on a plane and the stewardess says to you that in the event that the cabin loses pressure, the mask will fall from the ceiling. If you're traveling with a young child, put the mask on yourself first and then put the mask on your child, because if you are depleted of air, deprived of air, if you don't have the necessary thing to sustain you, you could pass out and you and the baby will end up dead. But if you take care of you, then you are at full strength to be able to aid the baby or aid other passengers or be of comfort and aid to others. Ladies and gentlemen, you are of no, and this is a hard lesson. This is a hard lesson. This was a hard lesson for me, especially during the years that I was pastoring a church, because I would run myself ragged, never really resting, never taking a vacation, never taking any time off, running out of my house at all times of day and night, anytime I wouldn't even turn my ringer off on my phone, because I was like, I gotta make sure that I'm available for the people. What if they need me to come here or there? What if someone gets sick? What if someone goes to the emergency room? What if this happens? What if that? And what if? And I was constantly running all the time until I was completely depleted and worn out, and y'all not here, and borderline depressed and discouraged. Because then you start having those other thoughts of ego that rises and says, all this you do for people and they don't appreciate what you're doing anyway, and they don't love you know how, and they don't even care about what you're doing, and you give it everything you got because that's a sign that you are depleting yourself. You're not taking care of yourself, and therefore you're not doing this out of passion or love or gratefulness, gratitude, or graciousness. You are doing it out of duty and obligation. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You are doing it out of duty and obligation, like you have to, you need to, instead of you desire to, you want to, because you are depleted. You have got to serve, number one, yourself, your passion, your purpose, and the possibilities presented, created as a result of you passionately pursuing your purpose. Number one, and first above all, are designed to serve you. Let me help some people, especially because not everybody is in the same position. And I've got some people that are watching me now that follow this particular platform who are wildly successful or who are financially wealthy and well off. And so you feel this pressure coming from people to become all things to all people. You become the first bank of, whatever your name happens to be, you the ATM machine, and you keep thinking that if I keep throwing money at the problem, then it'll go away and it's going to get better. It absolutely will not. You will find yourself frustrated and angry, and you will find yourself depleted and depressed. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Always doing for everyone else and not doing anything for yourself. You are to the point where you almost feel guilty about buying yourself something new, or giving yourself some time, or giving yourself a rest, or going on a vacation, or doing something that makes you happy. You almost feel guilty and feel like, well, I could be doing this for that when I'm this, or the money that I spent on buying this for me, I could have used this to feed the hungry or feed the poor. Or Jesus even had an encounter where a woman came and took an expensive oil and poured it on his feet and washed his feet and began to weep and wipe them with her hair. And the disciples saying, well, why in the world would you let her waste this oil, pouring it on your feet? We could have used this to feed the poor. And Jesus makes a statement, or is purported to have made a statement that is profound. He said, the poor you will have with you always. In other words, he is saying that there are going to be needs, and there are going to be people and places and things that can use your assistance always. But if you are depleted, if you don't take care of you, if you are depressed, if you are dejected, if you don't take time to pour into you, onto you, then you are of no use to them. And the always is absolutely true, because here is the thing. I spent years of my life not sleeping, running myself ragged, running from pillar to post, serving people, doing what I thought was necessary for me to do for their well-being, to make sure this is what a pastor's supposed to do, running up and down the road, going to the jail, the prisons, the hospital. Sometimes they would be in a faraway place, and I would drive for 4 and 5 hours to another city, another state, to be there for them, to help them with this, that, or the other. And the moment that I decided enough and stepped down from the pastorate, it was as though I never even existed. And do you think those people have stopped having problems? Do you think that somehow magically their entire life was fixed? No, it absolutely was not. But they looked for someone else they could leech on. The poor you have with you always. Y'all not hearing me? Huh? So you can either deplete yourself, or you can begin to serve yourself first. so that you can be of good and of service to the world around you. And that brings me to number two. The two primary reasons for the purpose, passion, and possibilities paradigm is to, number one, serve yourself first, and then to serve humanity, to serve all of humanity. Not just church folk, not just the people that you identify with, not just the people that agree with you, not just the people that are of your culture, that are of your ethnicity. Got a little tongue tied there. But to serve humanity. To serve humanity. How can I do the greater good? I can give this man this fish and he can eat for a day, or I can teach him and the entire community that he lives in to fish. And not only will he eat, but the entire community will eat. Did y'all catch what I just said? Huh? Because the whole reason behind understanding your reason for being and becoming passionately tied to the purpose of your life, it creating the possibilities for you to be able to serve yourself, but also so that you're able to create a place, a space, and turn to serve humanity, to create communities, to cultivate communities of growth and development, supply and abundance. Are you understanding what I'm saying? I could very well keep the wealth of information that I receive, and I've had this conversation before. Me and Didi have talked about it several times before about, I was like, well, especially when I first stepped away from pastoring back in July of last year, it's like, I was still having these visitations and traveling, not that word misnomer, becoming consciously aware of myself in other places, spaces, and times across the multiverse, and getting all of this information and taking tons of notes. And I'm just like, well, I don't understand why this is still going on. I'm not pastoring anymore. What's the point of all of this? I don't need this. Who am I doing this with? I'm just talking to myself. What is it all for? Is it just for me? No, of course it wasn't. It was the catalyst behind the creation of this particular platform and other platforms that I am actively working now to try and put in place to be able to impact others, to do what I am purposed to do. That is to bring light, love, revelation, understanding, insight, principles, practices, and patterns to others, to awaken them to their own true self and their own divine being. No, it's not just for me. No, it's not just for me to know and for me to have, and so I can be the smartest person in the room or any of those other kind of things, or for me to be puffed up with egotism or pride or think that I'm something or this, that, or the other. No, it is to serve me first. Because believe me, I have to take these principles, patterns, practices, these understandings, revelations, insight, light that I receive and incorporate it within my own life first, to live it out, to experience it, to make it part and parcel of my being. But it would be absolutely selfish of me, but not just selfish, it would be heinous of me to only keep it to myself and not fulfill the purpose of my being, and that is to share this information with as many people as I can. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are here. You are born to serve yourself and then serve humanity. What are you being that informs your doing, that serves yourself and serves your humanity? Let me say that again. What is it that you have discovered that you were intended to be? What is your calling that you are passionately in pursuit of that has created the possibilities for you to serve yourself and serve all of humanity? I want you to contemplate and think on that throughout this day, throughout this week. And here's something else that I want you to do so that you can incorporate the everything for me, nothing is against me piece. I want you, I've been keeping a journal for well over 40 some years. I got a lot of journals, okay? Journals of experiences and encounters and my awakening and conscious awareness in different places and spaces and different beings that I've encountered along the way. But what I want you to do is a specific type of journal. I want all of you that are listening today and those of you who are watching it on the replay, I want you to begin to keep a journal of gratitude. And every evening before you lay head to pillow, before you go to sleep, I want you to write in your journal 5 things from your day that you can be grateful for. Just 5 things, whatever they happen to be. But I want you to write it out. Write out 5 things from your day that you're grateful for. It will awaken, empower, and bring to full surface that attitude of gratitude that causes blessings to flow in you, through you, to you, and as you. I want you to create a journal of gratitude and write in it every single evening before you lay head to pillow. Now, don't try and lay down and do this because you're going to fall asleep. You know you will. Come on, you fall asleep watching TV. You fall asleep trying to read a book. Some of you fall asleep reading your Bible. you ever have insomnia, can't go to sleep? Start reading the Bible. That book will put you to sleep every time. You know. So before you put head to pillow, just write a journal of gratitude. 5 things from that day that you're grateful for. Not 5 arbitrary things of your whole life or anything like that. No, from your experiencing that day that you're grateful for. Okay? Do that for me. Watch how it changes your outlook and your perspective. Let me see what other comments I have before we get off. Yes. Oh, good. Teresa says she already keeps a gratitude journal. There you go. That's a good thing. Keep a journal of gratitude, right? Yes, that's it, Toya. Yes. Yeah, me either. I've read it, the whole thing, like at least 6 or 7 times now. But boy, it's not easy. I can't do it laying down. That book will put you to sleep. I don't care how deep and shana you might be. You read it laying down, I guarantee you're going to be. Okay. All right. I absolutely know that you were empowered and blessed if you listened to this entire teaching, this entire presentation today, and that you were able to walk away with some information that will strengthen you. If you need, come back to my page and listen to it again and again on replay. Fast forward to the parts that you need or the parts that you may have missed. Listen to it again, take notes, do whatever you need to do, but use this information. You can download the video from YouTube. You can't download it on Facebook, but you can download it from the Emerge page on YouTube. And then you can chop it up into pieces and share it on Instagram, share it on TikTok, share it on Snapchat, share it on your page on Facebook, send it to your friends. I don't care. Whatever you want to do, or you can take quotes from it and write it out. You can even put your name on it. You ain't got to give me credit for it. I don't care. Okay. And post it wherever you like. The goal is to get the information out there to empower as many people as we possibly can. I'd like to encourage you to give today, those of you who have tuned in and you have been empowered, blessed, and impacted positively by the teaching today. I'm going to ask you to take a moment right now and show your gratitude and your gratefulness through your generosity this morning. I'm going to ask you to take a moment and use either the Zelle or the Cash App application and to send your best gift and sow and give as an expression of your appreciation for what you have received today. Don't put it off, because if you put it off and don't do it right now, you'll forget about it and you won't think about it again until the next time we come back on the air. So go ahead and take a moment right now. It only takes about 30 seconds to 60 seconds to pull up the app and to send something. Whatever amount that you want to send is fine. I'll be grateful and thankful for it. But I want you to take a moment and do that right now. All right. Listen, I've enjoyed this immensely. And since I have been away for a little bit now, I'm going to come back on again tomorrow, as well as Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. And we're going to just make a revival out of it and go as many days as we possibly can and share to kind of make up for the time that we lost. Okay. But so stay tuned. If you have not signed up for free text notification, you need to do that right now. Do it now. Let me put that on screen. It's scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Sign up for the free text notification so that you'll know when we're getting ready to jump on the air. It won't always be on Sunday, and it won't always be in the evening. It may be in the day. I may not always be sitting here in the studio. I may be in the car or outside walking or whatever, but I'm going to be jumping on a lot and just sharing with you as I'm inspired, as the Spirit speaks in me, through me, as me to you. I will begin to jump on from wherever. So, if it's not always sitting in the studio, if I'm riding in the car, then just, excuse the car and hear the information, okay? Sign up for the notification. That way you'll always know. I always send out a text right before I get ready to jump on live. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've enjoyed this time together. You go and create the kind of day that you want to have. Enjoy it. Be happy and be full of peace and grace. Passionately pursue your purpose and create infinite possibilities.